welcome everybody again to the gentle yoga class. And you want to be mindful of your body. If some days you're more flexible than others or feel better than others, so be mindful how you feel today. We'll go ahead and start in the mountain pose. So place the feet so they're hip bone distance apart. Bring my hands to the heart center in that prayer position. I'm going to grow a little bit taller since the string is lifting the top of the head. But at the same time, I'm connected down through the earth with those roots. So I'm down from the bottom of the feet through the floor. Closing your eyes for a moment and working with the breath. Standing, deepening the breath. And then with eyes open again, we'll extend the arms through the center, reaching upwards, and allowing the arms to float back down. Everything's done slow and consciously. Okay, we'll do the joint rotations, starting with the head and neck, just a gentle head roll to loosen up the neck. All the while keeping that breath moving. Easing head back to center, and then reversing the direction of the circle. Returning head back to the front. And then next you want to get that stretch in for the neck. So chin stretches downward slightly. Turn the head, looking over the shoulder. Hold and breathe. Bringing head back to the front. And then you got the other shoulder, looking out over the shoulder. Hold and breathe. Returning the head back to the front again. Taking both shoulders, rolling them towards the ears, and then downwards. Then you're going to reach forward with the arms, take them to the side, reach behind you and to the front. And one more. And then you're going to reverse. Palms are up, thumbs in, behind you, to the side. Unspiral arms and back to the front. And repeat. And one more. Next, the elbow. So you're circling the arms, feeling the elbow joints. Pause and reverse the direction of the circle. Next, working with the wrist, just turning the hands, feeling the wrist joints. And then you're going to make fists with the hands. Go the other way. Open hands, back and forth, sideways. Up, down motion. And a rotation. Relax those arms down. Then move to the hips next. So feet just a touch wider. You're going to guide the hips in a circle. And a nice full deep breaths in and out. Back to center and reversing the direction of the circle. Back to circle, to center again. And then go ahead and bring the feet a little bit closer together. You're going to take the hands and you're going to place them right over the knee joints, supporting knees and going in a circle. And pause, reverse the direction of the circle. Back to center. We'll stand tall again. And we want to work with the ankle joints. Again, I really feel my center feels I'm rooted downwards, nice tall spine. And then I can shift the weight. I can place the ball of the foot on the floor, move the ankle, or if you wish, whole foot's off the ground as you rotate the ankle joint. And then reversing the direction of the circle. Returning that foot to the floor. Again, shifting weight, taking a moment, really feel your center. And then you can work with the ankle joint. Reversing the direction. Returning that foot to the floor. And you're back to your mountain pose. You can bring the hands to the heart center again. And then we'll interlace finger. Here we'll press the palms forward. Feeling that space in between the shoulder blades. Open up. We're going to stretch the arms upwards. There's always a feeling of taking the shoulders away from the ears, even as you press upwards. And then you can let the arms float back down. And now we want to open the chest. So I'm going to take the hands behind the back, interlace fingers, straight arms, lifting the arms off the back. You might want to bend the knees slightly, tuck the tailbone. Hold and breathe. We'll release. We'll relax the arms downwards. Bring them to the side again. Next, doing the eagle arms. So that means I'll take the arms to the front, bent elbows. You're going to take one elbow, you're going to place it in the other one. And then see if you can wrap the hands around a little bit. Feeling of lifting the elbow slightly. Hold and breathe. And release by unwrapping arms, letting them be by the side for a moment. And then you want to do opposite sides. So I'll bring them here. I'll place the opposite elbow on top. Wrap the arms around, slight lifting of the elbows. Hold and breathe. And again, unwrapping, letting the arms be by the side. And now we'll get to the lower body a bit. We can take the hands to the hips. We can make the feet just a bit wider. Toes are forward. We're going to grow tall, engage the abs, and bow forward into a wide leg forward bend. So I'm slowly going forward, maybe about halfway down. You can drop the hands to the floor. Top of the head, reach downwards. Feeling the stretch on the back of the body. And then coming up just slightly. Still have the fingertips on the floor. Take the weight to one side. So now I've got one leg is straight, one leg is bent. Feeling the stretch on the inner thigh. Come back to center, other side. Back to center. You can take the hands to the hips. Coming up with the straight back. Okay, so now we're in the wide leg stance. Let's set up for a proud warrior. I'm going to do whatever foot's this direction. I'll rotate it out. Toes are that way. Other foot comes in about 45 degrees. Heel goes out. Press out through that back heel. Arms to the T position. Allow the front leg to be bent. Knees stack over the ankle. Head and neck, chin comes down slightly. Turn, look out over the front fingertips. Breathe. Let's rotate the palms upwards. See, I'm changing the arms slightly. Feeling the stretch, breathing. Return, palms to the floor. Relax the arms downwards. Straighten the front leg. Again, both feet back to the front, like that. Let's bring the hands to the heart center. Tuck the tailbone, and you're going to sink downwards. Like you're sitting on a fat horse. Hold there, breathe. To come out, you're going to straighten the legs and take the hands through the center, reaching upwards. Arms can come down again. And now we're ready for the other side. So I'm going to place the feet. So I'm in a proud warrior position, the other direction. Front foot, back foot in a little bit. Press out through the feet. Arms in T position. Front leg is bent. Just making any little adjustment, feeling comfortable. Breathing. Let's rotate the palms upwards. Hold there and breathe. Returning palms to the downwards. Relaxing the arms down. Straightening the front leg again. Both feet to the front. And coming back into mountain pose. I'm just going to walk or step the feet a little closer together. Stand nice and tall, hands in prayer. Nice full deep breaths in and out. And then with the eyes open, let's take those hands upwards through the center. And let the arms float back down. Okay. Now I want to get a stretch on the front side of the body. So I'm going to place the hands on the lower back. Fingertips are downwards. I'm going to bend both knees. I'm going to keep the chin kind of tucked down at the beginning. And I'm just going to press the pelvis forward to feel a stretch on the front of the body. If everything's good with the head and neck, you can also open it and let it rest on the shoulders. I'll tuck the chin in again. I'll come upwards. Now I want to balance this with a forward bend. So I'm slowly going forward. About halfway down, I can let the hands go down the sides of the legs. And then you're just going to let them hang loose. Top of the head's reaching downwards. And now let's walk the fingertips to one side of the body. So you get a little stretch on that shoulder, the inner shoulder. Hold and breathe. You're going to return the hands to the right to the center again. And then the other side, just walking the fingertips around. A little twist in the upper body. Feeling the stretch in that inner shoulder. And back to the front again. But this time when you come up, you're going to bend the knees. And you're going to slowly just roll back up to standing. Okay. So slowly opening up the body. Let's go ahead and take that wide leg stance again. And this time, the triangle pose. So again, whatever foot's this direction, rotate it out, toes are forward, back foot comes in, 45 degrees with the foot there. Straight legs here. Arms are in the T position. You're going to reach forward over the front foot. Can't go any further. Let that front hand rest lightly on the leg. Other arm is adjusted, stacked over the bottom arm. Palms are forward. And if everything's going well, you can turn the head and look up towards the ceiling. Now you can stay right here. That's perfectly fine. Or top hand rotates so the palm is downwards, letting the top arm float downwards so you feel a little stretch on the side of the body, or maybe a big stretch. And then again, top arm's going to stretch upwards, nice and straight. Straighten out head and neck, coming back up with the upper body. A little bit. Arms come back down. Feet are straight. We'll settle for a sec. Same idea, other side. So first it's the feet, get your foundation there, really feel that. Arms are in the T position. And then the triangle pose. I'm reaching forward and down. Taking a moment, kind of stacking the arms over each other. Head can be straight ahead like it is here, or turning, looking up towards the top hand or the ceiling. Now you can stay right there, or if you want harder, front arm rotates so the palm is downwards, letting the front arm come down a little bit, not forcing anything, feeling the stretch, breathing into it. Top arm's going to reach upwards again, so I'm back to that triangle. Straighten head and neck, upper body comes upwards. And arms can relax down. You can turn the feet forward. And again, I want to come back into that mountain pose, taking a little bit of a rest here. Nice full deep breaths in and out. Okay, with eyes open, letting those hands travel through the center. And then arms float back down. Okay, so once more, we'll do a proud warrior. So I'm going to start with the feet wider apart. And then I'll do it to this direction first. Foot's forward. Back foot in about 45 degrees. Nice powerful legs. Arms are in T. Front leg is bent. And I'll settle here for a moment. Just feel the posture. And now I'm going to take the back hand. I'm going to float it down so it touches the back leg. Front arm's going to point up towards the ceiling. Feeling the stretch on the front side of the body. And then let's return to a proud warrior. Again, you feel those arms extended outwards, looking out over the front fingertip. And relaxing the arms downwards, straightening the front leg. And then let's, again, feet back to the front for a moment, to the center. And while we're here, let's do a wide leg forward bend, but with the chest opener. So that means I'll take the arms behind the back. I'll interlace the fingers, the straight arms, I'll grow tall. I'll bow forward into that forward bend. And nice and easy. You're going to relax the top of the head downwards. You're going to lift the arms off the back. Hold and breathe. Let's release the arms. Arms come to the back. Hands come to the hips. Ease upwards with the upper body. Straight back. Okay. So now we're ready to do the same thing, opposite side. So I'm going to set up. Warrior. Arms are in the T position. Not ready to stand. Feel the posture. And then I'm going to drop the back hand to the back leg. Front hand's going to point upwards towards the ceiling. Hold and breathe. And then easing back to the regular proud warrior. Doing that for a moment. And then arms come downwards. Straighten out the front leg. And let's come back so we're facing the front. Feet can come back in. And again, you're back to that mountain pose. Taking a couple deep breaths here, in and out. And releasing the posture, taking the hands through the center. And then arms come back down. Okay. So again, we'll get into a little bit of more isolated area with the legs, and I'm thinking the calf muscles. So I'm going to turn sideways, but you guys can be straight ahead there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a step forward. So what's going to happen is the front leg's going to be bent, and with this back leg, I'll move it a couple inches. The toe is forward, and I'm pressing through the back heel. So where do I feel the stretch? The back leg through the calf. Again, growing tall. You can hand the hands on the hips if you like. Side. Feeling the stretch in the back calf muscle. Breathing into it. And then I'll release. I'll just soften the back knee. I'll step it forward. Mountain pose for a moment. I'll shift the foot, other side. So you can take a step behind you. You can adjust the front foot a little bit. You notice the front leg and knee is over the ankle. Back leg is straight, pressing through the heel. And releasing this side too. You can just step forward again. Move the feet a little bit. All right. So I always like to get a balance pose in. I think what I'll do today is I'm going to back up a little bit so that a wall is near me, or maybe if you have a chair that's kind of near you in case you need it. And the balance pose we're going to try is just shifting the weight to one foot The other one, you're going to see if you can bring the knee to the front and just put your hand on the kneecap like that. Again, this hand can be on the wall, a chair, your hip. And hold and breathe. Now I want to set it down, but with some resemblance of control. So I'm slowly returning that foot to the floor. Once I feel the floor, then I can go ahead and shift the weight. Back to your mountain pose, standing nice and tall. Again, other side. So feel your center first. You can have a hand on the wall if you need it. You're going to bring the knee to the front of the other side. I'm holding on to the kneecap. You have to come down. That's okay. Just come back up and finish with a nice control. Okay, so now I'm going to try to come down, lowering that foot to the floor. Now I can come back to that mountain pose, nice and controlled. There always will be one side that's a little bit harder than the other. For me, it's this standing side. It's a little harder to balance on. Then if you put in, there's the mat and the carpet, that makes it even harder. No problem. Let's bring our bodies now all the way down to the floor. So we're going to sit so the legs are extended out to the front. And you can just take a moment. Breath, it's good. And then you want to sit up just a little bit taller. You want to come to that seated mountain pose. So I roll a little bit more forward on the sit bones. Stretch those legs out. I'll draw the toes in. Place the hands underneath the shoulders. And you notice how my chin comes down slightly, lengthening the back of the neck. And so from the seated mountain pose, staff pose, we'll do a spinal twist. So we're going to take one of the legs. We're going to let it be bent for a moment. We're going to cross that one over, sitting tall. The opposite arm now is the bent knee. We'll reach forward first and wrap around. Other hands placed on the floor behind you. You got to really sit up tall and pull in that belly as you go into the twist and release the belly. Breathe. And releasing by unwinding, facing forward, uncrossing leg, straightening it out. And then you got your other side. So seated spinal twist. Opposite arm is the bent knee now. Reaches forward, around, sitting tall, looking to the floor behind you. And then we'll unwind, facing forward again. You can uncross the legs. And then we're going to work so that we're still seated like this. Again, I'm just going to do a side view for you. And what we'll have is both knees are bent, feet are on the floor. And we're going to have the hands here on the knees. And we're just going to do kind of like the cat and the camel idea. So you're going to let the back kind of round like that. And then you're going to arch the back. So just take a moment going back and forth, doing that. Okay, so back nice and tall with the spine. Now we'll try the boat pose. So what that is you're backing up slightly, so you're on the back part of the buttocks here, and you're gonna see if you can take the feet, let them hover off the floor. You can hang on to the knees, or you can let go and extend the arms like that. Hold and breathe. Let's come out. We'll just let the feet touch the floor, hands on the knees, and maybe go like this a little bit. Okay. So again, see how nice and tall from the top of the head to the tailbone, nice straight back. We'll just try it one more time. See if you can lift the feet, extend the arms, or you can hang on to the knees if you wish. And releasing feet to the floor. Okay, so it takes a bit of strength here. We're going to change the body position. So we're going to be on our hands and our knees. So I'm just going to turn over here. I'm going to come to the tabletop position. Hands are underneath the shoulders, fingers are spread wide, knees underneath the feet, or knees underneath the hips, sorry. Curl the toes under, and then walk the hands forward. So we're in that extended child's pose. Pressing the hips towards the feet. And then we'll ease back up. You want to just walk those hands back underneath the shoulders. Release the feet, and you can wiggle the ankles a little bit. Relax the feet. So you're in a nice, solid tabletop position. We'll do the one where strengthening for the core, alternate sides of the body. What we'll do is we'll take one arm, we'll extend it to the front so it's off the floor or off the mat. Opposite leg now is going to stretch out behind you. Looking towards the floor. Hold and breathe. And release everything back to the floor. Taking a breath. Other side. Opposite arm stretch forward. Opposite leg stretching out behind you. And breathe. Everything releases. We'll come back. All hands and knees all on the floor. And again, we'll do extended child's pose. So toes turn under. Walk the hands forward, lowering the head in between the elbows. And then we'll ease out of that. Coming back up, releasing the feet. And then let's go ahead and come all the way down to the mat now. So we're going to be laying on our bellies. You can turn the head to the side. You can have the arms by the side for a moment. And just kind of get settled in. Now again, we're going to do something that's kind of alternate sides of the body. Let me go ahead and take one arm forward. It's going to be the pillow for my head. I'm going to rest the forehead on my arm. My opposite leg now, I'm going to lift off the floor, stretching it out behind me. Hold and breathe. Let's come out. We'll relax that leg down. Taking a breath. Other side. So I got to change arms first. So I'll take the other arm forward, bend it. Forehead's on the forearm. Other arm can be behind me. And now it's going to be that opposite leg. So I'll lift the leg off the floor, pointing through the toe. Hold and breathe. And releasing, everything comes down. You can take the arms by the side, turning the head. Big inhale, exhale. And now just go ahead and use your hands, your arms, to help you turn over. So you're going to be on your back. So everybody's rolling over on their back. Feet are to the mat, knees are bent. Once you get settled now on your back, you're going to draw both knees inwards towards your chest. Tugging them in, chin comes down. And now placing the hands right on top of the knee joints. Let's do a circle. So we're going to press the knees away from you, take the knees apart, and then bring them back in. Guiding the knees in a circle, getting a hip rotation and a massage on the sacrum area. And back to center, only so you can reverse the direction. So I'm drawing the knees towards me. I'm going to press the knees apart and then away from me. Reversing the direction of the circle. And again, right back to center, hugging those knees in. Chin stretches downwards. And we'll return the feet to the floor. And then let's take our left ankle, cross it over the right knee. Bring the right knee inwards towards you. Feel the stretch in the left hip. As you're holding your leg here, take your right foot, your right ankle, do a little rotation here. Work the ankle joint. Go the other way. And then point and flex the foot. Relax the foot. And then let's change sides. Let's bring both feet back to the floor. It will be your right ankle this time. Cross it over the left knee. Bring the left knee inwards towards you. And we'll work the left ankle. We'll just turn the ankle a little bit. Going the other direction, reversing. And then pointing and flexing the foot. Relaxing that foot now and just kind of feeling the stretch in that hip. And we'll go ahead and return the feet to the floor. We'll take them a little bit wider, about the width of the mat here. And we might as well just stretch the arms to the side, palms are down. Let the knees flop from one side all the way back to the other side. A few times, making sure our hips are nice and loose. Like windshield wipers on a car. Returning knees to center. Walk the feet a little closer together again. Bring the arms so they're by the side. Okay. And then let's go ahead and prepare for a bridge pose. So what I'll do is I'll just walk the feet a little closer into the buttocks. I'll make sure that the toes are still straight ahead. Walk the hands a little bit closer to the feet. And then I'm going to rotate the lower back so it's snug to the floor. And then I'm going to lift the pelvis upwards towards the ceiling. Hold and breathe. And to come down, one vertebrae at a time, easing back down. Once you feel the lower back on the floor, go ahead and bring the knees inwards towards the chest. Let's take the arms to the side. And we'll do the reclining spinal twist. So that means you'll let the knees go to one side of the body. Eventually you feel the foot touch the floor. Then you can turn head and neck opposite direction as the feet. Hold and breathe. And releasing, you're going to turn the head and neck so it's straight first. Inhale those knees to center. And then let them go to the other side of the body. All the way down to feel the foot touch the floor. Turn the head opposite direction as the legs. And breathe. And releasing, turning head and neck so it's straight. Inhaling those knees back to center. Returning the feet to the floor. And then we'll do the reclining cobbler's pose. So that means I'm going to let the feet touch the bottom of the feet. I'm going to let the knees open downwards towards the floor. Now with the arms, you can keep them out to the side. You can let the hands touch the thigh. Or sometimes just taking the arms up above the head and just letting them relax. Nice full deep breaths in and out. And then we'll release. We'll draw the knees towards each other, returning the feet so they're flat on the floor. You can have the arms back by the side is fine. And then let's end with the hamstring stretch. So what you'll do is you'll take one of the legs, so you're bent at the knee, you're bringing it towards the chest, and then you can extend that leg out. You can use your hands on any part of the leg to help draw it in towards you. Now you should feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Nice full deep breaths in and out. And the same leg you got extended now, you're going to bend the knee. You're going to bring it lower towards the floor. You're going to take your hand, see if you can grab onto the bottom of the foot. And it's almost like you're doing a lunge. So you feel the stretch in the hip joint. Now, this would be called a half happy baby pose. And then again, you're going to let that leg extend out the best you can, pressing it out and drawing it towards you, back to the hamstrings. And we'll release this side. So just bending the knee, returning the foot to the floor. Then you got the other side to work with. Now, if I was doing this in the classroom, I would have the strap and I'd hook it on the bottom of the foot. But if you don't have a strap, you can just use your hands on any part of the back of the leg and you're drawing it towards you. Nice full deep breaths in and out. And now on this side, we're going to bend the knee. We're going to lower the foot so it's a little closer towards the floor, but bottom of the foot still facing the ceiling. Almost like you're doing a lunge on your back. And same leg again. You're going to stretch it out as straight as you can. You're going to draw it towards you. And then we'll go ahead and release this side too, returning that foot so it's to the floor. And now we'll get settled in. So we're going to do relaxation pose. So you can stretch out your legs nice and long on the floor. You can turn the arms so palms are facing upwards. And just kind of let your feet flop out to the side. Maybe wiggle the whole body a little bit. Close the eyes. Going inward, back to the breath. We'll do a little kind of progressive relaxation here. We'll take our attention to the bottom of the feet. And then just feeling the toes a little bit. And let's notice the ankle, top of the ankle. Letting it open and relax. And then maybe the back of the calves touching the floor. Relaxing those calf muscles. Letting them lengthen and let go. And then the top of the leg. Maybe the shin area, the knee area. Asking that part to just let go, open and relax. And now we're the back of the thighs, so kind of your hamstring area. Let that open, stretch, relax. And the top of the thighs now. Quadriceps. Actively relax those muscles. Let go. And then how about where the buttocks touch the floor, your hips. Letting them open, sink, relax. And then the top of the hips, the belly area. Feel your belly rise and fall with the breath. lower back, loose and relax. And your rib cage, maybe the solar plexus area. Let it move with deep breath. And then where the shoulder blades touch the floor, feel the shoulder blades on the floor. Open and relax. And then the chest. Open that chest, nice and loose. Let it move with the breath. And then your arms, just letting your arms be super heavy and relaxed. Maybe feeling the palms of the hands, the fingers. And now maybe the neck area, the back of the neck. And you can move the head a little bit. Let the neck relax. Top of the shoulders, reaching downwards. The throat area. Open the throat. Totally relax. And then the back of the head touching the floor. Just notice that. And now your forehead, your jaw. Letting the area between the eyebrows release and let go. Your jaw is nice and relaxed. Your face is relaxed. And then right to the top of the head. Just gonna notice that area. And some nice full deep breaths, connecting the whole body together. And then we'll do a cleansing breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Letting everything go. And again, big inhale and exhale. And then returning to natural, effortless breath. Go ahead and wiggle the fingers and the toes a little bit. And then from there, go ahead and bend the knees, returning the feet to the floor. Let's roll over so we're on our side, resting the head on the arm. And then pushing back up to sitting. And if you can come in a nice, comfortable position, you can cross the legs, you can. Sit nice and tall, resting the hands on the knees. And just taking full breaths here. And now bringing the hands to the heart center in that prayer position. And finishing with Namaste. Namaste.